السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته يا شباب. معكم بث جديد طلال من قناة الزعيم جيمنج.
شباب معاكم اللي حاسب نفسه عبد الرحمن قاعد يطالع البث ويا طلال
يتفرج بس هو يعني
يتفرج متفرج.
آخر شيء وصلنا
حق مشاري الطوال. يلا تابع بثوثنا ما شاء الله كل يوم قاعد يطالع الحلقات.
آخر شيء وصلنا فيه يوم دمرنا الكريستال وتواجهنا مع تايفون. بعدين اكتشفنا اسم هذاك ما نعرف شو هو الكائن صراحة، اسمه ألتيما. وحصلنا الولد جوشوا، والظاهر انه طيب هذا الله. الظاهر انه حبس ألتيما داخل جسمه، ودحين راح نكمل الاحداث. ايوه بعدها تايتن هاجم المخبأ، قتل كل اللي فيه عشان ينتقم من موت بندكتا. فالان راح نكمل الاحداث بعد 5 سنين اعتقد في نفس المملكة اللي موجود فيها تايتن. ممكن نواجهه، وغالبا كذا راح نواجه تايتن، وانا بدك خشمه صراحة. طيب سولفت كثير انا على المقدمة، يلا.
اي عادي وان شاء الله اليوم نشهد موت ابو شكلك
معرق يا
اي المفروض يعطونك الجائزة اللي صانعين اللعبة.
طيب هذا المخبأ الجديد اللي ما يدري، هذاك خلاص اتدمر، فجر ابوه تايتن.
سيف اريا ها.
ايوه هذه نادين السد على فكرة، لانه صار طبعا اللي شاف الحلقة اللي راحت سد توفى. عاد ايش نسوي؟
عاد انت لا تحرق عليهم، يمكن ما شافوا الحلقة
اللي ما شافه يروح يشوف. يا اخي هذا بس حق الحلقة اللي بعد الحلقة اللي راحت، يا اخي ايش اسوي؟
صح المفروض ان انتم تتابعون بالحلقة.
ايه واحدة بالدور. المهم بالنسبة للناس صرت انا يعني معروف على اني سد.
اقول لك كنا هني المكان شويه احلى
والله. يبان حلو شويه، بس المشكله ما ادري في اي منطقه هذه. اعتقد المناطق القديمه ما صرت اقدر اوصل لها اصلا، حتى ما اقدر اسافر لها، لانه المناطق هذه في الراحت. ايه في الراحت. ايوه هذه المناطق شايف اللي هنا. هذه كلها قبل 5 سنين، فما عاد يمدينا اسافر لها الحين نرجع. هنا كانت الامبراطورية. ايوه هذه الامبراطورية، هنا كان عندهم البرج وفجرنا. المهم نكمل. عموما يعني بعد كذا الناس كلهم راح يقولوا لي ست.
الامبراطورية اللي كان الماس تحتها مدري شنو شيء تحت
نتفناه كله. فجرناه تفجر. واعتقد انه دحين حاقدين عليها كمان، عندهم بهيمة هذاك دوميننت كمان، ولد الملك. مقاوي شافه قال لي هذا وضعه مو مزبوط. اوتو.
There you are, Clive. Word of your adventures arrived this morning. Victor sent us thanks.
اشوف بطل الخريطة.
ها؟
Not a single one of the bearers we saved showed any interest
بطل
in
الخريطة.
coming with us. No one
اصبر خلي الديالوج يخلص نفك الخريطة.
Any news while we were away?
نفكها فك.
None worth mentioning. Gav's still off keeping an eye on the Republic.
خلاص.
Understood. If anyone needs me, I'll be in the map room.
يعني هو اللي باللون الأحمر بالخريطة خلاص هذا وطنك ها؟
المنطقة اللي فوق خلاص ما عاد يمدينا نوصل لها، لأنه الأحداث حق اللي فوق قبل 5 سنين، فهمت؟ خلاص ما عاد يمدينا نرجع لها الحين، حتى لو أبغى أسافر وأرجع إلا بتختيم جديد الظاهر. أنا فكرت إني أخش هناك أوفلاين بدون البث، أخلص المهمات الجانبية بس خلاص اتقفلت عليه. فيفيان.
I trust I'm not intruding.
Back from your mission? I'm beginning to think your habit of surviving cannot be attributed to luck.
أنا متحمس لكوبكا.
One might say the same of you.
المواجهة حقه راح تكون خرافية شكلها.
I'll have you know that only 4 attempts have been made on my life.
شباب أي شيء ما تعرفون شغلات معينة ولا هذا كتبوا لنا بتعليقات.
Could it be that you've come for one of my lessons?
Is that so hard to believe?
Very well then. Shall we start with the state of the realm? To absolutely no one's surprise, she finds herself at the mercy of armies and outlaws. Well, mostly armies.
المايك نفسه ولا معلي انت؟
Is it Clive?
المايك نفسه ولا معلي؟
لا نفسه ليه؟
How did we get here?
يمكن تليفوني انا معلي.
Long though Sambrek's dominion over northeastern Storm has endured, recent days have seen the Blight wrest ever more land from her grasp. For which reason she has continued to wage war on her rival across the strait, hoping to claim less blackened pastures. But Odin would sooner pawn his sword than Waloed relinquish Ash. And the Empire pays dearly for every blade of grass bent beneath Sambrequois boots.
الإمبراطورية رايحة فيها شكله أحسن.
Sylvester set his sights on the crystalline dominion, an altogether easier target, possessed of no less ether. It was 5 years ago, while he
نورتوا البث يا شباب حياكم الله.
Drake's head, that the Empire made its move, subjugating its theretofore neutral
إيه هذه الخطة حقتهم كانت.
a nation which could legitimately claim to be the center of the world. Certainly, there is no better place to stage an army. From there, the Holy Empire's reach spans the Twins. The non-aggression treaty was the only thing keeping them in check. But if they truly broke the pact without provocation, it is only a matter of time before others reply in kind. The Holy Empire, the Dalmekian Republic, the Kingdom of Waloed, and of course, our friends in Yaran. Who will be left standing, I wonder, when the last drop of blood is spilled?
هو اللي صاير إنه اللي واضح إنه الإمبراطورية محاطة برضه من جميع الجهات فممكن تروح فيها.
Yet in spite of it all, she has ever endured. And when the storm has passed, I am confident she will remain. Now, as to the matter of payment for today's lesson, complete a simple errand for me and we shall consider ourselves even.
Even? Right.
Return this volume to old tomes in the shelves. Tell him it was adequate.
I suppose it wouldn't hurt to visit our resident historian.
انت نسيت تكتب تختيم لعبة. يلا اوكي عادي هي لعبة اصلا. بعدين مو مشكلة.
انت حط اصلا اللعبة.
عادي.
ديري يلا نبغى اكشن.
قاسي انت قاسي.
والله ذي العجوز نفسها لين الحين موجود.
Don't just stand there gawping. If you're gonna buy some, be quick about it.
ما عاد صار عندك أسلحة زي الناس سري.
Okay, What's that for in India? Not bad, if I do say so myself. Anything else?
swordsman Harpocrates.
Now that is a name. In fact, I had half forgotten it was mine. Welcome home, Clive. You were missed, as always.
I believe this belongs to you. Vivian asked me to return it.
Ready? Our resident scholar devours books faster than young Tet does lemon tarts. Would that I could do the same. But alas, I no longer possess the necessary constitution for such indulgence, either in words or cards. That said, I have continued my search.
عرفت شلون اعدل العنوان وانت قاعد تلعب.
But without access to the great libraries of Oriflamme or the Dominion, I regret that I have been able to find little and less. I am sorry.
Please, don't apologize. I'll send word to our associates. See if they can't furnish you with more books.
I fear it is not more books that I require, but the right ones. Mayhap we look in the wrong places. There are still libraries to the north.
I'll see what I can do.
You are too kind. There are not many in this world who would indulge the whims of a tired old historian.
Not too tired to go filching Kubo nuts, though. Always got a pocket for him. Nicks him off the Moogle.
Hush now. We all know there's no such thing as Moogles.
The twins seem well.
Aye. Yet they laugh far too little for one so young. The loss of their parents weighs heavy on them, however well they hide it. Titan took much from us that night, from some more than others, and the wounds that remain, they are not quick to heal.
Which is why we must give them all the time they need.
That we must. Just as I must give you the time you need to recuperate. Good day, Clive.
Good day. Gav will be back soon. I should get some rest while I can.
عد إلى غرفتك. تاريا.
Back a blink and you're already off solving everyone's problems. It looks good, Clive. Goes well with the scowl.
I'd had that brand for so long. I'd forgotten what life was like without it. What it was like
مسحت العلامة.
to be myself. And it's all thanks to you, Talia.
The scalpel did most of the work. Ah, before I forget, a rider was here with a letter from Gav. Otto left it on your desk.
Otto stole us. All right, I'll have a look.
And then you get some rest.
اي والله شالوا العلامات من وجيههم.
What could Gav have thought worthy of a letter?
ايه اي والله كله اي حتى هذه حتى ذا.
Have you been to the toll? I hear a new shipment's just arrived.
هذا حقه موجودة.
Oh, I still owe her for the hairpin I bought my wife.
وذا كمان حقه موجودة. الزبدة بعضهم شالوا منهم العلامات.
طلال.
نعم.
عدت لك العنوان. شوف.
ممتاز.
لا مو بس العنوان. الصورة مسكرة بعد برا.
اي احسنت.
حبيبي 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 حبيبي.
سؤال التقرير الخطوات المهمة الأخرى الواردة لك لايف إلى طاولة القراءة في حجرته. سيصلك رسائل جديدة دائما، لذا تأكد من تفقدك طاولة القراءة عند العودة للمخبأ. يعني مهمات جانبية ولا إيش؟ الجيش الجمهوري يتقدم نحو الإمبراطورية في توين سايد، وتم استدعاء رجال الصخرة إلى الصف الأمامي. أظن أنه ثمة شيء خطير على وشك الحدوث. سأحرص على إخبارك وعودتي. يبقى قبل نقال علوم ذا. خطير. كله سوالف عنده. كله سوالف عنده الرجال.
The Republican army is on the march. leaving Randalar in Hugo Kupka's charge. With him and his men occupied with the defense of the capital, they're less likely to... It's more than that. This is our chance. The one we've been waiting for.
شوف المحادثة.
All that we have here, our friends, the hideaway, are they not cause for joy?
5 years. 5 long years. If I could only command this power I've been granted, we might have achieved so much more. But each time I reach for it, it's like something is holding me back.
Summoning an icon exacts a price not easily paid. Your body knows this only too well. It's merely trying to save you from yourself.
And every burden I cannot bear falls to you.
This mission of ours has made me question everything I thought I knew. But
طبعا هذا مو استوديو مال الشروب يعني كأنه لابتوب.
In exchange for momentary comfort, we must endure a lifetime of pain, war after war, loss upon loss. And now they rob us of our very homes, leaving naught but dust and ash.
يا ابوي يخش الضارب معاهم وخلاص يشيل الدوميننت حق كل دولة و
You're trying to change that. We're trying to change that. And to me, that's no burden.
يلا بستعمل الميزة الجديدة عندي.
Try not to forget. We're only here because Joshua gave us a second chance. It would be a pity to waste such a precious gift.
He did. He was there. It wasn't an illusion.
إيه حي.
I heard him call out to Ultima.
صوت البث يا شباب حياهم الله.
If Joshua is still alive, he'll be looking for that thing.
Do you think he will ever come back?
I know he will. And we must be ready when he does.
يعني الباص الأخير راح يكون ألتما على كذا. هو العدو الرئيسي الظاهر. بس كيف حيقتله؟
To a world without mother crystals.
والله هذا سؤال صعب.
To sit.
يلا ارموني على مشي.
تقم تاقق.
هذا جشوة.
And so the north is lost.
I knew that the blight spread ever more swiftly, Your Grace. But this is far worse than any could have imagined.
ما عاد صار في أي حياة في المنطقة. كل شيء مات. طيب يعني بينتشر في الكوكب كله، كيف الناس بيعيشوا بعدين؟ بينقرضوا.
جزيرة.
حتى لو عبر البحر تقول جزيرة.
تحت الأرض. ترى
بس هو الشيء اللي ما احنا عارفينه انه هي نحن عارفين انها قوة الحياة هذه تنسحب، لكن فين تروح ما عارفين. يسحبها الكريستالة، بس ايش تسوي فيها هي الكريستالة مش عارفين.
اسمع في جوشوا قال شغلة، اخبرني يا اخي هل ستذهب جهودنا سدى؟ معناته اموره طيبة مع اخوك.
جوشوا الظاهر انه رجع في الزمن او شيء. حلو، لانه لما كانوا صغار وجوشوا كان طفل جوشوا كان موجود وهو كبير، هو اللي طلع كان مغطى راسه، فهمت؟ فاعتقد انه سافر في الزمن ورجع في الماضي عشان يوقف شيء، وظهر انه بيوقف التما او نهاية العالم، عرفت؟
قصدك وقف حتى موته؟
ما وقف موته هو، انا ما ادري كيف ما مات اصلا.
انا اقول يمكن ما مات او على قولتك عادل الزمن وشي،
لانه هو صغير، هو طفل صغير، كنا نتضارب برضو، صار اثنين جوشوا موجودين، يعني واحد جوشوا صغير وواحد جوشوا كبير، فاهم؟ يعني
ممكن
كيف في نفس الوقت في جوشوا كبير وفي جوشوا صغير في نفس الوقت؟
زين ممكن الطفل هذا الصغير هو سوى كذي لأنه يعلم مستقبل أو كيت وخلى البطل الطريقة هذه.
أنا أعتقد إنه مسافر في الزمن، هو جاي من المستقبل، هو جاي من المستقبل صدقني.
زين كيف جاي من المستقبل وهو ميت بالأساس؟
ماني عارف كيف ما مات، ماني عارف، أنا هذه لحسة المخ. المشكلة ما قابلناه عشان نهرج معاه حتى، أبو شكله لحظة كيف أطلع؟
بس شوف احنا واضح ان جوشوا انطباع على البطل شيء ايجابي، لان قال ان شاء الله، يعني مقصدنا ان شاء الله ما تذهب يعني
إن شاء الله
الفكره
إن شاء الله يتوفق يعني.
ان شاء الله شو اسمه لا تذهب جودنا سوا شنو سدى. لا تعيب لا تعيب، هذا المكان يذكرني بدستري.
ديستني غيرت اللعبة تدري، صارت بيت وين. الناس زعلانين، صارت تدفع وتضبط أسلحة.
من زمان دي ال سي.
لا تدفع حق السيزون بس، تاخذ قطعة تصنع سلاح اللي تبغاه، إذا ما قدرت إذا ما دفعت حق السيزون تكي ورا.
لأنه خلاص حلبة
يعني
خلاص.
The Empire's been tightening its grip around the Duchy's balls. They've strung up everyone who's ever set eyes on a runaway, claiming they're traitors to the Holy Throne, conspiring.
إيه بس هم خلاص حلبوها يعني خلاص، بس شنو؟
لا لا عندهم خط الدعم يا رجال سنين. يبوي واو من 2000 وكم 4 بعدين دحين ما زالوا ينزل فيها تحديثات.
She's fallen into the hands of the Empire. We could be next.
Couple of curse breakers are already on their way to the inn. They should help speed up the search. But if this is as bad as...
Don't worry, Otto. I'll make sure everyone gets home safe.
فين اروح؟ ايش دراني فين مطر؟ يمكن افتح خريطة. انت ايش هذا؟ الحين صار يمديني اسافر. بس ما عاد يمديني اروح للكوستات القديمة. هذا كريستالة هذه صدق؟ ايه شكله كل دولة كان عندها كريستالة. ايش ذي افرع. دمر تبيلها هاوية بس هذول عندهم كمان كريستالة هنا. طيب ما دام فجرنا حق هذول ليش ما نفجر حق الباقيين؟ هذول كمان عندهم كريستالة حمراء. بلادها عند كريستال ضخمة.
What happened here?
Come on.
سلامات يا
We
شباب.
need to find the others.
ايش فيه؟ ايش فيه السماء كذا؟ الدنيا انحرقت هنا ولا ايش؟
Staying where we are for now, I reckon. The boys from the garrison might still be nearby.
هجوم هجوم.
Let's get you to a physical, shall we?
I'm sorry. I think I twisted something.
Sid? What said you'd be coming?
I trust you don't mind. Also thought you might need some help. And it appears he was right.
You, could say that, yes. They're saying the Imperials ascended like a storm. No one was spared their fury. Martha tried to step in and calm things down, but all our efforts got her were a pair of iron shackles and a hard march.
Any idea where?
Judging by their tracks, they headed towards Sorrowwise Bay.
To the Abbey sheltering Martha's bearers.
The bastards. Jill and I will go after them. You take care of the people here.
We will. But, before you go, one of the locals heard something. He said the soldiers were talking about a culling. I don't know how big this is, but it doesn't sound good. Be careful out there, Sid.
يا وين اروح اوصف فيهم يا رجال وخر بس. 10 جل ولا 10 حاجة ثانية والله ما ادري. اي صح انا نسيت عندي بهارات. فينها؟ عندي هنا حاجة جديدة هنا. يقلل من فترة التهدئة لاستخدام نيران الانبعاث. والله ما ادري ايش نيران الانبعاث بس اوكي. يزيد من ضرر الاشتعال. يزيد من ضرر العجلة الخبيثة. يزيد من ضرر الإرادة لمنارة البيضة. هذا حق رياح. اوه نسيت الضربة هذه. اوكي راح افك السوبر ذا عشان لسه ما عندي فلوس تكفي. عشان الدمج عنده 4 نجوم وانا احتاج ضربات دمج. الله فين ال...
That was no tavern brawl. It was a message.
But a culling. Bearers of the property
ما حد
of the
يبيع شيء.
Empire. The garrison wouldn't have the authority to act alone. The orders.
من الحاجات المزعجة يا اخي ما عندك فوكس برنت. ايش فوكس برنت الحارب؟ ما احب زي كذا، ابغى يا اخي ياخذ حريتي. جيب فريدم. ما عندي ناخذ ابيلتي حقك انت.
هذا اللي مساعد دشيت المكان واضح، ها ما يحتاج شرح بعدين.
ها؟
اللي دشيت مساعد لطريقة البيلد وكذي.
ايه
واضح
يا اصلا في انتقادات جايه للعبه بخصوص الار بي جي فيها يعني سطحي.
والله شوف انتقادات انا باليوتيوب.
اوه مارثا، لا مارثا
اغلبهم انتقادات انا اشوف.
هم قالوا انها ار بي جي والار بي جي حقها تافه مره. يعني ما بدك تسوي بيلد وما بدك تسوي شيء زي الناس. ركب شيء
يعني تقدر تقول مسهلين اللعبة؟
لا مش موضوع تسهيل، البيلد يخليك تستمتع زيادة.
أنا يعني أسوي بيلد براحتي بطريقة
أيوة تبني وتقعد طريقة قتال خاصة فيه. لكن هنا ما في سطحي، فكل الناس ما فرق بينهم، انها كلام فاضي يعني. ما اتوقع احد مسوي بيلد على اليوتيوب الا مسوي لك حاجات يعني ما لها اثر كبير. يعني يقول مثلا اذا انت دمجك، اذا ما سويت شيء 10000، اذا ضبطت دروعك حيصير 12000. ما راح يكون مثلا 23000 30000.
ايه فاهم. شلون قبل احنا نخلي الدمج قوي بس الهيلث ضعيف مثلا كده. ايه صح هذه. بس يعني احنا نتكلم كقصة حلوة. انا اشوفها القصة لحد الان.
لا قصة جميلة، انا حلوة، عجبتني انها متجددة كمان، يعني مش هدف واحد من البداية للنهاية. كان عنده هدف وتغير الهدف وراح عند الهدف الثاني واكتشف حاجات
يحيرونك.
شخصيا بالنسبة لي القصص اللي زي كذا تعجبني، انه يعني كل شيء تكتشف شيء جديد وتغير هدفك مع القصة. اوه ذبحوهم.
There might still be someone inside.
اصلا هم متحجرين.
الطاقة اللي تحت الصحة.
ها؟
عرفت شلون تستخدم هذا تحت
Damn it. I thought you lot were all spent.
Murderers. They drove the bearers to this.
Wait. These two aren't turned.
انت حاول طلال يعني مو مهمات جانبية على طول الدرع على القصة.
And for their crimes shall they be punished. Such is the law. To dwell in darkness that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn. On these our swords we swear.
How dare you speak those words? Have you no honor?
يخلونك تندمج بالقصة لأن المقطع يطول أصلا.
إيه بس أنت تخليني قاعد دمج، أبغى أدمج. طيب عبالي ابيلتي ثاني شوي ابلعه زوبعه. صاعقه. طب يا اخي والله حلوه الابيلتيات. دقيقه بس. ابلعت. شقناهم شق.
Is that all of them?
I think so.
لا يا ابوي لا قاعد ينزل.
وقفة على طول يا طلال.
وقفته خلاص. كان حيخرب علي فك ميوث كاتب كانوا. منقاوي. طيب دقيقة. نعم اخوي.
كيف مكتوب بالقلعة بالي انقلع مكتوب.
منقاوي.
خلي حملني برضه يفك الميوت.
حملني منقاوي يقول لك فك الميوت.
لا منقاوي.
خلاص كذا ارتاح.
بطلين بث اخوي منقاوي. حياك الله.
هلا حياك الله.
هلا والله. هلا غلا. شلونك؟ طمني عنك. ان شاء الله بخير.
الحمد لله.
ان شاء الله دام يا رب.
ربحوهم كلهم. هذا كان يستقبلهم يعالجهم.
The bearers died protecting him. calling upon what little magic they had left in their bodies.
Clive.
احس اني تشتت في القصة يا طلع.
ها؟
تبي نحرق عليك؟
بعد اذنك جاني
Friends of
اتصال.
Martha.
خذ راحتك
We're
يا
here to
حبيبي.
help.
Are the Imperials dead?
They are. Every last one.
If only that were true.
يا عمي القصة كلها هذه المقاطع كلها يا عمي يسوون عليها فيلم كامل طويل
Will return.
يعني متعوب عليه ترى.
Callings will continue. Rosaria will never be saved unless we save her. Tell Mother to beg his aid and tell her this wasn't her fault.
I shall.
اتوقع عندك مهمة انقاذ الحين.
In here. We found a
لا يا رجال
survivor.
كيف اكتشفت؟
اي بس هو ما وافق بس توقعت انه شيء يعني يا عمي خلاص بس
اكتشفت الشيء ده حالك ولا
خلاص انا
سويت
زعلت
ابحاث؟
خلاص بدور ظهري.
We've laid the abbot to rest, but the bearers, they didn't need to die like this.
No, they didn't. But it was their choice. They knew the fate that awaited them and chose to meet it on their terms, fighting for those who fought for them.
Martha said they rose from their beds, threw themselves at the Imperials so she and the abbot could escape.
I've gathered the bearers' remains. We should consign them to the tide.
There's a drawbridge not far from here. Radix jump. The currents there are swift. If the abbot was still with us, he'd have taken the dust there himself and performed the casting. I'll get someone to...
I'll do it.
Of course. Cole and I will remain here and see to the Imperials.
ايش هذا اشتغلت انا؟ بالغلط بالغلط. يا ابوي اكف على النار. ايش هذا؟ انت ايش؟ تقريبا الرتبة سي، مكافأة 5000. ايش ده؟ المخلوقات سيئة السمعة بين حين وآخر قد واجه كلايف أكبر الكائنات وأسرعها وأشرسها. القضاء على هذه التهديدات سيكسب كلايف الشهرة وسيمنحه أيضا مواد نادرة ويمكن استخدامها لصنع عتاد جديد أو ترقية عناصر حالية. يمكن العثور على معلومات إضافية حول المخلوقات سيتسمع من خلال التحدث إلى النكتار موغل. إيه عرفت الذي يحوم أمام لوحة المخلوقات في المخبأ. ايش سوى هي؟ لا سوى شال ها بدأ يصادم الجو. لا ابدي راح اكمل راح لا حيوان رماد مسحور.
You didn't see that coming.
السلام.
That must be the bridge. So shall the waters cleanse thee of thy burden, and bear it out to sea.
رمادهم كبوا على البحر.
And now they are truly free.
اي فري يا ابوي كلام فاضي.
What of the Imperials?
A pyre was made. It's more than they deserve. We should go back. Cole is worried about Martha.
All right.
جسر فين ودي هذا؟ ما كنت جتني. الظاهر بعدين يمديني اوصل. استراحة مرثا؟ هي استراحة ولا حانة؟ يضحك علينا.
They've killed my bearer. I demand recompense.
No one survived then.
I'm sorry. Before he passed, one of them bade me tell you not to blame yourself.
Doesn't mean I won't. Doesn't mean their blood's not on my hands. Cole said you cast their remains. That was good of you. But it should have been me. This was all my fault.
How? You couldn't have known.
But I did. And I turned a deaf ear to the warnings like the fool I am. The rumours started moons ago. Of black-clad devils descending on villages in the dead of night to slit the throats of sleeping bearers. But I assumed it was all just nonsense concocted by the Empire. Nothing but a ghost story meant to make folk think twice about lending a hand to a fugitive bearer.
And in ordinary times you would have been right. What these black shields are doing is unthinkable. Which begs the question, why do it at all? My mother obviously has a hand in this.
يا لازم اقتل الملكة كلام فاضي هذا. وحقتلها.
And picking what goes on in that woman's head is a job for someone with more time on their hands. Right now, I need swords and men to wield them, preferably big ones. If those Imperials think they can come in here again and threaten my people, they're in for a rude awakening. Oh, before I forget, a Stolas from Otto landed just before you arrived. He asked me to tell you that Gav has returned.
Then we must as well. Will you be all right here, Martha?
We can stay longer if you wish.
No need. I'll be ready should the Imperials come calling. Though I wouldn't turn my nose up if you were to lend me a pair of them strapping young curse breakers. What in the world is going on?
Where's Gav?
I hear there's trouble.
قاف نقال العلوم.
Ah, Clive! Oh, I've missed that scowl.
Where's my report?
What, no kind words for your old pal Gav?
If it's kind words you're after, you're fishing in the wrong barrel. Now sit down, you fool.
So, you remember how quick the Empire was to occupy the Dominion after the fall of Drake's head?
Mm-hmm.
And how pissed off all the other nations were that they didn't think to do it first?
Half a century of independence gone at the whim of a madman. So much for their bloody treaty.
Clearly, the promise of unblighted land and the world's supply of crystals was too much for his radiance to resist. And now the Republic's finally decided to follow suit, using liberation as an excuse to declare war on Sambrek. Lined up right outside the Dominion's gates as we speak, looking to starve the Imperials into submission.
And now all eyes are on the Strait of Author.
Okay.
Well, the two nations beat their shields. The rest sharpen their daggers, ready to set upon the war-weary victor. They'll never see us coming.
حنهاجم
It's time we moved on the mother crystals.
ايه.
Four mother crystals remain in Storm and Ash. Drake's Breath near Ironhome. Drake's Fang in Dhalmekia. Drake's Spine in Waloed. And Drake's Tail here in the Crystalline Dominion.
With the bulk of the Republican army marching to Twinside, Drake's Fang will be left exposed.
That is exactly the move Kupka would anticipate. And if there is anything these past 5 years have taught us, is that he loves his traps. There is one place, however, where nobody will be expecting us to go.
Drake's Breath.
There's a shitload of sea between us and it, and I've never been much of a swimmer.
I have an acquaintance in Port Isolde who may be able to help.
Who's that then?
My uncle, Byron Rossfield.
Lord Byron Rossfield of the Seven High Houses, the trade magnate with holdings in over 100 cities. Wait, Rossfield. And you're a Rossfield, of course.
My uncle's name gave him his start in the world, but it was his acumen which earned him his fortune, along with a handsome fleet of ships.
Well, it's settled then. What are we waiting for, eh? Huh?
What are we waiting for, indeed?
واشوف مقل يعطيني جائزة أو شيء.
That room's as ragged as...
مقل.
So Mather's all right.
Ah, yes. Our mysterious Moogle friend. I'll stick with nectar if it's all the same to you. The hunt board. It's where the curse breakers post sightings of particularly fearsome beasts. Those that might pose a threat to our operations if they were left to roam free. Just because they can't be dealt with when they're spotted doesn't mean they can't be dealt with later. Was that what you wanted to know? Right. Well, leaving your mightiness aside for the moment, the people of Valisthea are going through a lot already. War. The last thing they need is ungodly fiends terrorizing them on top of everything else. So if the curse breakers are too busy to help, then perhaps I can. Or at least...
هذا خلصته. عاد إذا حصلتهم في الطريق أقتلهم. جاني السوبر ولا لا؟ 2300 أوكي. تلال هوك راي. الحين عمه اساسا بيستقبله ولا كلام فاضي؟
Do you think it was wise to leave, Gav? He didn't seem pleased.
I needed his eyes and nose in Dhalmekia. I'm not about to let Kupka take us unawares. Besides, he has a knack for that sort of thing.
That he does.
And wasn't it Sid who said that matters such as these are best left to dominance? Especially should one of his beloved opportunities to grow and change present itself.
I always knew that I would return one day.
For what?
After learning the truth, you were given the chance to face your past. If I am to continue at your side, I must do the same.
We will face it together then.
To the end.
Come on.
How far do you think your mother's reach extends? Will we find the same tragedy in the south as we did at Martha's Rest?
More than likely. Which is why we should hurry. There are still many settlements between here and Port Isolde. We visit as many as we can, and hear their stories. Starting with the village of Amber.
Justice is what it is. Lord Elwyn would never have stood for this.
Quiet, you! Thought they were loyalists.
Jill, look.
She.
Rosaria must be cleansed of the stain which befouls her, that she might rise once again from the ashes to welcome a new dawn. It would be a pity to make examples of you all for the transgressions of but a handful.
Of course, your lordship. You shall have our full cooperation.
عبرة كيف يعني ايش يبغى يسوي؟
What business could the Black Shields have in a village this small? There's barely room to hide a bearer.
Then they must be here for something else.
You fancy dancing a gallows jig like the miller's son?
Excuse me.
طيب شو السالفة؟
What was all that about earlier?
You haven't heard? Someone's been stirring up trouble. There've been attacks on the garrison, supplies stolen. They even say a Black Shield was murdered.
يا أخي يمكن
The
يقطع
Empire wants
الطرق.
answers, and what the Empire wants, Empire gets.
Don't they just?
Keep your ears open, eh? The Black Shields will pay good coin for information on the culprits. You'd have to be dull as a sack of stone. You seen him, didn't you?
I'm sorry.
The Black Shields. Just now. You seen them, didn't you?
Yeah.
At least I think there was a Black Shields. Can't say I ever saw one before.
Was this the first time they visited the village?
But what do you think? Amber's the arse end of nowhere. And they thought we might be harbouring firebrands. Huh. If only we were. I might have turned them in and become a Black Shield myself.
You don't think these firebrands the Empire is looking for could be us, do you?
I don't know. But we need to find out. Greetings, friend. We are travelers.
I know that. What do you want?
We couldn't help noticing those Imperial soldiers who were here earlier.
Don't you go telling these strangers a thing.
انت اللي تتكلم الكلب، ايش تبغى؟
I speak for the people of this village, and we have nothing more to say to you. You are to leave Amber and never come back.
May I at least ask why?
I don't know who you are or what brings you here, but your presence puts us all in grave danger. The Empire is a harsh master. Its demands are great, and its justice swift. But as long as we keep our heads down and pay our tributes, we are left alone. Some might call it submission. But if it will spare my people the Viceroy's wrath, then I will gladly submit. This village will not become another East Pole.
Then we shall be on our way.
يلا مشان عيال.
These people live with a knife to their throats. In the mistaken belief that if they cooperate, my mother will show them mercy.
Obedience bought with fear.
يا وي لازم يقتلوا الملك يعني وسوي مشاكل.
Sorry, It's nothing. We still don't know who the Black Shields are looking for.
Well, whoever they are, the Imperials deem them worth pursuing to the back of beyond. But other than Martha, who else in Rosaria would have the courage to stand against the Empire? A new ally would certainly be welcome. Can we find them before the Imperials do? Perhaps the next village will yield more answers.
Perhaps.
ربما. لحظة أنا ماشي طريق غلط؟ هذا طريق صح.
This pass will take us through the mountains.
And directly into the path of whoever or whatever lurks here.
مشي من هنا هم الفرسان السود. وهذا وحش الجو هنا. هذا مو مكانهم تحت الأرض في البادي تري.
Ever since the Apollo tree, we've seen more and more of these echoes.
What do you think is waking them? The mother crystals collapse?
I have an idea. You I'll get behind it.
اتجه الى ميناء هذول الوحوش هون. اوكي جرب عليكم المهارة الجديدة. جمعينا بس لحظة يا بنت. ترقية. هذا يحوش قدام كمان. خذ يا كلب. كمل الطريق. قلعة. هذول هم الفرسان. ايوه.
More of my mother's men.
شوتوا شوتوا. أنا شايف عالي. ايوه كفو. خدعة. ما تقدرون فيني. أو شكلك أنت كيف هموت. عملي جنبي. دم.
Blood, Clive.
And still wet.
زمجرة.
You were told to stay in your homes.
The Black Shields.
You know who we are. And still, you would bear your steel. Why then, we owe you our thanks. You have saved us the trouble of an interrogation. To dwell in darkness, that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn. On these, our swords we
يا كلام فاضي الحين اجلدك بس.
Say that again.
I'll show you a true shield.
اوكي دقيقة بس خذ هذه. كلكم بصيرة. بعدين تتسحر يا كلب. والله اقوي ها. مثلنا الأعداء. كلام فاضي هياط بس.
Tell me what I want and the end will be swift. Who are you looking for?
Why, you. We come bearing a message. Your friends have been found. The branded you freed from our camps. They await you in Ordeal. Guardians of the Flame.
يدخن شكله ذا.
Those are Old Hill's gates.
Then we hurry. Find something, boy. Death.
فيفا نحن نبث على الليل كذا على 9 تقريبا. لا 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 ليش ما يعرف ولا حد فيهم فعادي خليهم يموتوا. هذا عرفها. اوه هذول اللي انقذنا. اوه هذول انقذناهم اول كانوا زعلانين.
This was my mother's doing.
But why? Why would
كما قلت لك اقتل الملكة.
I don't know.
اسمع الكلام.
I never truly understood her. But this.
Oh, Clive.
I will learn what madness drives her, and I will end it. We should go.
Yes.
We can't leave them here like this.
المفروض من أول يقتل الملكة.
But if the Black Shields have made it this far south, they may already be in Port Isolde.
ثلاثهم كلهم.
We're approaching Buick Bridge. Though I doubt the Empire would let us cross over to Rosalith.
من ذا اللي واقف؟
Didn't happen to come by way of Oldhill, did you? Saw some Imperials clad in black making for the docks just the other day. The next morn, you couldn't see the sun for all the ravens.
I did, Mummy. I could hear him shouting from down the road.
Hush now. You didn't hear nothing.
They tell us there's a curfew, but then refuse us passage back to our homes.
How am I to sell my wares if they won't let us into the capital?
Passage to the provincial capital is restricted to Imperial Army personnel.
The gates are closed! Be gone!
They're all Rosarian.
But this is their home.
I'm hungry.
The Empire would have us live in the Deadlands.
Oh.
You'll find no succor to the south travellers, nor beyond the Buet. The Empire has seen fit to banish us from our own land.
يعني بيخلوهم يموتوا جوع.
The Lazarus. What happened to this place?
My mother happened. The nobles who lived here didn't stand a chance. Let's hope my uncle fared better.
قفل المدينة.
That's the main gate. And it looks like we're not the only ones hoping to get in.
Let us pass! My children are starving! Have mercy! Voice-ridden dogs they are! You can't ignore us forever!
Let us in, or we'll die on your doorstep!
Better out there than in here!
No, get enough
Fuck off! Find the chinless bastards! Those crystals belong to us all! I said, away with you, filth! Back to your sties! Cut you down where you stand! Destroy it!
No chance of slipping through unnoticed. We'll need to find another way in. I thought we might be able to reason with the guards. Or at least bribe them.
I suspect everyone in that crowd thought the same. Was that the only way in?
Officially, yes. Strictly speaking, no. My uncle once told me that the nobles had tunnels built, so that they could visit town without having to walk amongst the rabble. The Lazarus. We'll find our way into the city there.
If you're sure. The entire place looked abandoned. Do you think it's safe?
أساس بتفرق لو آمن ولا لا. بداية اللعبة نحن نقتل الوحوش. سطوع الضوء الأسود.
The good news is we haven't seen a single black shield since Old Hill.
Maybe they found who they were looking for.
لازاروس.
This is nothing like I remember it.
How quickly a crown can lose its luster.
Not abandoned then.
مين ده؟
Oi! Visitors!
ايش تسوي؟
Apologies. We'll show ourselves out.
لا دقيقة بس ثواني يا ابو العسل. أنا ساحر على الكل. لا ودي كلب. مين هذا اللي اصلا؟
I've only ever seen one man fight like that. And he's long dead.
Oh!
Then perhaps it's time you joined him.
خوينا القديم.
The blessing of the phoenix.
هذا اللي في البداية كان الحارس حقه مدري حامي حقه. طب قتلت اخويا.
Forgive me, my lord. I knew not whom I addressed. You have naught to fear from us. Founder, it really is you.
It is. So wait.
والله ذكريات. والله عبالي ميت. ما أعرفها.
We can speak inside.
And those who wouldn't bend the knee?
We left before the Empire could make examples of us, though we didn't go far. And we banded together to form the Guardians of the Flame soon after. Alas, there is only so much a handful of aging shields can do
فرسان السود كان
against the
يبحث عن
might
هذول
of
معناته.
an empire.
ما يدور علينا.
But we've seen to it that their stay has been anything but pleasant. Of late, though, we've had our hands full just trying to keep the Duchy's few remaining bearers out of the Imperial's clutches.
The Cullings. We saw what happened in Old Hill.
Aye. The foul work of the Black Shields and their mistress.
You mean my mother? But it doesn't make sense. Even knowing what I know about her. Her hatred for bearers was no secret, but she wouldn't have been ignorant of their value to the realm.
No offense, my lord. But in case you haven't noticed, the Lady Annabella couldn't care less about the realm. She barely even cares for her own home. That much has been plain since the slaughter at Eastpool. And, since granting the Holy Emperor a new heir, her obsession with bearers only seems to have grown. As to why, I don't know. Maybe she can't bear the thought of anyone having the power to challenge her beloved son.
ليه ولدها عنده dominant؟
So Wade, the Black Shields have broken camp. They march in full force for Buick Bridge.
Then so do we. Make ready.
على كذا حتسوي مشاكل مع بهيمة.
This is their main host. If we remove the head, perhaps we can prevent what happened at the docks from happening somewhere else. If I do nothing, then the blood of their next victims will be on my hands.
Yours, committed in my mother's name. It cannot be allowed to continue. We must put a stop to this madness.
We must. So let us go with you. For the good of Rosaria.
I was hoping you'd say that. Very well. If that is your wish, I would be honored to serve at your side.
And we at yours.
So, Wade, let us do our duty.
With pleasure, my lord.
I imagine this endeavor will require more than just our wits.
Then let's hope Sir Wade has a good quartermaster.
صندوق. يلا مشينا.
Tell us then, Sir Wade. What is your plan?
Nothing fancy. You, Lady Jill and I make for Buick Bridge and provoke the main host at their encampment. Sensing an opportunity to end the Guardians, the Black Shields will call for reinforcements, who will be met from the rear by parties of my brothers hidden throughout the surrounding hills. This will allow us to wage battle on the bridge without fear of being overwhelmed. While the Black Shields have an advantage in numbers, you see, they prefer to fight in small units, which we can use to our advantage.
How small exactly?
Small enough, now that I have you and Lady Jill for company. I doubt I could have done this on my own.
But until we arrived, that was your plan. You haven't changed a bit.
So Wade, the bearers from Old Hill have been laid to rest. Very good.
Thank you, Sir Wade. Perhaps now they will find peace.
There is but one thing which will grant them peace. Putting an end to the Black Shields.
And so we shall.
مع أم ضد. لحظة أنا سامع.
وين وصلتوا؟
أنا أقول قاعد أسمع صوت يا رجال حركة. ها إيش تقول؟
وين وصلتوا؟
وصلت عند مهمة. إيش كان اسم البارت؟ الضوء الأسود. حاجة زي كذا. سطوع الضوء الأسود.
We tracked down the bastards responsible and fed their corpses to Stillwind. Suffice to say, that got their attention. It's been a game of cat and mouse ever since.
النغمة حقتها ما تذكرك بأغنية داي الشجاع؟
أي واحدة في كثير.
في معركة البنت اللي تحولت.
ما اعرف اي واحدة تتكلم عنها.
البنت اللي قاتلناها 3 مرات.
نفس الموسيقى حقها.
I told you. We bear a message for the Viceroy.
أول مرة ألعب لعبة وأخلي الموسيقى حقتها.
You presume to tell
الدرج ما
us
شفت موسيقى.
that a pair
لا
of filthy
الدرج لا.
vagabonds, a woman and a dog could guard aught against the might of the Black
الدرج
Shields.
تعجبني القتال فيها.
Then come.
ايه عجيب.
Die along with your flame.
استنى بس الدي سي ينزل اسوي له بث يا رجال.
وش الدي سي؟
إضافة الشادو اوف ذا ايرث 3 لهم سنة ونص شغالين عليه لين الحين ما خلص.
إلا
مو دي سي كذا توسعة يسمونه ضخمة.
طيب يمديني ألغي الضربات؟
كيف يعني؟
الكتابة حق الضربات ضربة جوية وضربة.
والله ما ادري.
مملة يا شيخ.
Bloody hell! Reinforcements from the far bank.
Another wyvern to fight their battles for them.
The Imperials aren't taking any chances. I can't say I'm flattered.
خرب بيت الوايفرين قوي. مين ذا اللي قاعد يطلق عليه؟ انت سوي شيء بلا بشكلك. عالجني. ايوه امبريال دراجون.
Albeit a misguided one. In taking it, you have but proven our point. That this land is in dire need of cleansing.
فارس الظلام الدائم. ثالث فارس امبراطوري واجه.
أتوقع أنت متقدم عليه بمراحل. أنت قد وصلت بوابة الفينيكس؟ 3
ما قاوي تقول لي عند شو اسمه بوابة الفينيكس؟
وصلت أنت ولا باقي؟
خلصت هذا نو.
في بوسات هنا؟ في بوسات؟
طبعا.
لأن أنا وصلت متطفش. الفزعة حقتها والتنقل هذا بطيء. واعتقد انها ما زي الدرينج ذا فيها الليفلات صح؟ الليفل هو يرتفع من حاله.
ايه مو تتحدد ايش تحط.
بوابة الفينيكس هي اللي كان عايشين فيها اول.
شفت يا اول ما بدأت اللعبة ممكن تتضارب مع الفينيكس الطير مع
ايوه
عفريت.
ايه
مو نزلوا تحت الارض بعدين تضاربوا وذا.
الله
المكان.
كان قتال اسطوري. انا ابغى اعرف كيف يا عايش ولا لا.
لا
وش فيه؟ كأنه طلع صوت مخ. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
الو يا اخي شتت يا اخي. مت اول مرة
مدمرة القلعة. لا إله إلا الله. الغاز بوابة الفينيكس.
عاد حمدني من اول يبغاني اموت يا رجال. كويس انه راقد.
متى من باس ولا ايش؟
قتلني يا رجال وانا ما طلعت كذا شويه يسار راح دخل الغرفه وما انتبهت للدم. يلا خلاص كده بختم اللعبه بدون ما اموت او زياده عن النص شويه.
What is it now?
سكبهم. سكب.
That a pet could die.
Forest area.
Your petty revolution ends here.
أنا عندي مشكلة في اليد يا حدث بلدها ما تهد حرفيا ما تهد. انت متصور؟
انت مطفيها معنا
اذا ركبت لا والله ما مطفيها شيكت وما تهد.
Bloody hell! Reinforcements from the far bank. Another wyvern to fight their battles for them.
More dragons.
Worms. The Imperials aren't taking any chances. I can't get flattered.
كيف انا حولت فيها. طلع مع فريق فول تيم. طلع بارتكاز. يلا انا بطلع من المجموعة عشان اركز في اللعب. ولا بقفل المايك بس.
اوكي.
A noble stand.
يا ابويا كلامك كثير اوريك شغلك دحين.
Misguided one.
شفت معك اول.
In taking it, you have but proven our point. That this land is in dire need of cleansing.
هم ايزي بس ما انتبهت انا. بس ما راح اموت خلاص.
انت تتكلم مين اخي؟ لا
تابعين.
انت تتكلم حناني ما قاعد.
We need to finish this.
You mean finish him?
قفل جوالك يا ولد.
ايش دخلت الان؟ انا شايف بس عندك قدرات خاصة ما عندنا.
مستواك ضعيف. انت ليش تخش على البث؟
ما خشيت. رايك باللعبة الجحدة؟
I don't see any more.
Nor do I. The plan worked.
It did.
حبيبي لسه ما شفت شيء.
We sent every last one of the rotten bastards straight to the mud. My, Lord, perhaps this will be enough to stop the Cullings. For the time being, at least.
Perhaps. Though I doubt my mother will take this loss well. She'll move swiftly to see her minions' ranks replenished.
طبعا أمه حملني خاق عليها يا رجال.
أما مين؟
أم البطل يا رجال.
الخاينة. فكران حملني. وانت طيب خاق عند مين؟
أنا خاق عند أحد.
أنا بصراحة خاق عند الجوسيا.
يا معفن.
مش فيك؟
ايش اللي خاق عند جوشوا شكلك؟
بنت وطفلة.
بنت فين ولد جوشوا؟
يا شيخ تهبل. كانت ولد وتحولت.
لا يا ولد.
So wait,
Think we should fall back to Port Isolde before the garrison sends reinforcements? A sound strategy, my lord.
احنا هدفنا كان ان نروح عند عمه، دحين اخذنا انا لفتين زيادة ما ادري ليش. يلا بروح اتضارب مع تايتن. متحمس للمواجهة. المراحل اللي بتجيك يا منقاوي خرافية يا رجال، اللي تحت الأرض هذه خرافية.
أنا بصراحة طفشت من المراحل الأخيرة.
المنطقة اللي أنت واصل لها شفت بوابة الفينيكس؟ أسطورية الميشن هذا مرة خرافي مرة خرافي.
وصلت ووقفت دق علي مسجل اسمي مع ناس وارسلوا لي يلا تعال باقي.
Were the Vice Regency to catch wind of Lord Byron's involvement in our movement, they'd seize his estate and send him to the gallows, where he would be of no use to anyone. And so, though it's sick and
اللعبة بصفة عامة حلوة يعني ما هي خسارة الفلوس.
It is why he remains ever vigilant. Don't be surprised if he refuses you an audience, especially since you're famously dead.
Then I will have to think of a way to prove that I am neither wraith nor wrongdoer.
I might have something which could help with the latter. It's the mark of the Guardians. Display it, and those who love Rosaria will know where your loyalties lie.
خاتم تم لقد قبلت النصر الملتهب من ويل.
Be sure that you do. I don't want my men attacking you again. Unless you deserve it. If only Sir Tyler could have been here to see you. Or the Lord Commander.
Thank you, Sir Wade. If there is ever anything you need.
I know. Go on now, my lord.
هذا هو الممر السري دخلنا من تحت الأرض. هو بنية ولد، لا ولد يا رجال، الناس كلها يحسبوا بنت.
لا لا بنت بنت، اعطوا الحقيقة
يا رجال ولد يا رجال.
يا حبيبي بنت، ايش فيك انت؟
حتى حملني كان يقول والله البنت هذه.
اعطوا قصة وكيف قلنا انه بنت، اعطوا السالفة كاملة، لا تعطيني
ولد.
لا 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 والله ما تدري قديش مبنق يا دلع.
بنقك 11.
بنقي 9.
بنقك 9 تقول لي؟
Imagine my surprise
لا
when I was told my nephew
بنقي
would come to
50
visit.
60 50 60.
نفس شكل لب.
Clive Rosfield died long ago.
بطل والله القلب داوح.
And for uttering his name here, you shall pay with your tongue. You would mock me as well.
اوه والله حلوة.
It is I, Sir Crandall of Camelot, loyal servant to Her Serene Holiness, Saint Sybil the Unshod. Meadow, thou vile sorcerer, for thy crimes against church and crown, I shall have thy head.
الظاهر انه شافه يسوي الحاجات هذه قاعد يطقطق عليه.
طقطق على مين؟
على عمه عشان يعرفه.
Curse thee, infectious flax wench. Even in death, must thou plague me still? Very well. I shall open the gates of hell, that thou might see thy charge once more.
بطل يا القلب، بطل بطل بطل.
You're still the finest Meadow in the twins.
Oh, Clive, my dear boy, it's really you. You always were fond of that scene from The Saint of the Sanctuary. Never did let me play Sir Crandall.
I have a favor to ask, Uncle Byron.
Rutherford, inform the kitchens. There'll be guests. We dine immediately.
But, Uncle...
You can't very well regale me with the tale of your miraculous preservation on an empty stomach. Go on, sit. See that you use the good plates, Rutherford. So you arrived late to one of her cullings, did you? Since becoming Vicereine, Annabella has been a constant thorn in Rosaria's side, but these atrocities are a new low. Something has changed. Quite what, I don't know, but the woman we knew is gone, and a monster sits in her place.
What? Oh, ليكون.
For better or worse, I've been charged with governing this town, and thus must maintain the illusion of obedience.
التمة
That's all I
جوتها.
can do to aid Wade and his merry band of revolutionaries.
واحد من أخويا.
So he's told us. You have risked much for Rosaria. Our nation will be forever in your debt.
It has been 20 years, Clive. The nation your father and your forefathers fought to defend is no more. Perhaps it would be otherwise had I the courage of my brother. All right, if it's a ship you require, a ship you shall have. I've a galley in port, but recently relieved of her cargo. She can be outfitted for the voyage in a matter of weeks.
So you believe us then? About everything?
Believe you? Ha! Only a fool would believe even half of the things you claim. But until tonight, only a fool would have believed my nephew still lived. And besides, I have it on good authority that Clive is telling the truth.
Whose authority?
Your own, of course. You've always been a terrible liar.
Is that true?
It's not untrue.
Let's say no more about it, eh? It wouldn't do to linger on my nephew's greatest failing. The one thing I cannot believe, though, is all this about you being Sid. You were always such a good boy. But now you're quite the outlaw. Which, if I'm not mistaken, would make me an outlaw's uncle. Right then, who shall we pillage first? Rutherford, fetch me my cutlass. This will be fun.
ايش احس البطل جاي بالحرام؟ ليش؟
She's a fine ship, isn't she?
Once outfitted, she'll bear us across the boiling sea
لا أمه كبيرة.
in the space of 3 days.
هم جابوها قبل من الأحداث هذه قبلها ب18 سنة. وقتها هو كان شباب وكانت تبان صغيرة، بس إنه الحين أكيد حطوها كبيرة. إذا أنت تحسب هذه أمه، لا هذا ما هي أمه ترى. هذه صاحبته. أمه عافست الدنيا وخانتهم، غدرت في الكل عدوتهم
أمه خاينة خاينة أمه.
أم خاينة أم خاينة أيوة. ودحين متزوجة الملك
خاينة قتلت زوجها الكلب.
ودحين جالسة في الإمبراطورية زوجة الإمبراطور.
They turned it on those who could. And so I became their puppet. I let them pull my strings, telling myself it was not my hand that swung the sword, but another's. I removed myself from the truth so I wouldn't feel the pain it caused.
ايوه طبعا يا رجال واضح مع بعض من هم صغار يا رجال.
Anything at all.
اول ما بدأت القصة مع بعض. بس ما استبعد انها تموت صراحة، لانه معها قوة ثلج وانا اقدر اخذ الابيليتيات. يعني اذا الحين اخذت قتلت ماتوا 3 واخذت منهم ما قلت مين اللي مات يا ابوي، القصة كلها ناس يموتوا.
I don't want to be a monster, Clive. Do you understand? I want to choose a different path, a better path. To live on my own terms. But before I can do that, I need to come to terms with my past.
شفت البنت اللي أخذ قوتها؟
I'll be standing there with you.
أيوة. بندكتة.
هو صدم صدم فيها واخذ قوتها ولا إيش؟
Thank you.
حط يده على صدرها شيء زي كذا، نقزت عليه، حط يده على صدرها، سحب القدرات حقها.
القوة.
When it's done, will the monster
بالغلط اصلا ما يدري هو انه يمدي يسوي كذا.
اي ما يدري، انا افكر انه عنده جاته فقدان ذاكره. ترى باقي في اشياء ما فهمتها.
هو مع القدره حقته وإفريت، فهو مو عارف يعني الى دحين. يعني اساسا عندهم في العالم عندهم انه في دوميننت انواع حلو، فمستحيل انه يكون في اثنين نفس النوع. ففي عندهم الفينيكس اللي هو الناري، هذا البطل مع الدوميننت ناري كمان. المفروض هذا الشيء ما يصير اصلا. غير كذا انه يمدي يسرق ابيليتيات.
في اثنين ناريين.
ايوه، فهذا اصلا شيء مستحيل انه يصير يعني في عالمهم. إفريت هذا مين مش عارف لسه، يعني اسراره ما طلعت.
إفريت صاحب الوشاح؟
لا، إفريت شفت اول ما بدايه كان في الفينيكس العنقاء اللي كان يطير، وفي واحد شيطان قدام كان ضارب معاه. الشيطان ده اسمه إفريت. عفريت بالعربي.
Only the founder knows what awaits us in the Iron Kingdom, but Vivian could probably make an educated guess.
Typical
Vivian.
Back again, Lord Rosfield. I'm touched that you should find me such good company.
It is not your company, but your counsel that I seek on this occasion.
Ever the charmer. What will it be today, then?
The Iron Kingdom. I need to know what to expect.
You'll soon be setting sail for Drake's Breath, then, I take it.
الظاهر انه راح نقابل كوبكا تايتن هناك.
There was a time when a true-blooded Rosarian had only to brave the waves to visit it. But then the Ironblood made their move.
اجتاح الوباء المنطقة كلها.
As you know, the Iron Kingdom rules over the islands to the west of Storm. Or rather, its church does. But this is not the pragmatic approach to state religion employed by the Holy Empire to manipulate the masses. No, the Iron Kingdom is the literal embodiment of the crystalline orthodoxy. And so, if one is to understand it, one must start there. As the name implies, the orthodoxy holds the Mother Crystals sacred, and they do not take kindly to heathens plundering the objects of their worship for the means to fill washtubs and light lamps with frivolous feats of magic. Indeed, the faithful consider ether a sinful thing, a poison no less. And to them, a dominant is an instrument of evil, albeit one they have proven only too happy to turn against their enemies. Some 80 years ago in Northern Storm, Drake's eye collapsed. Soon after, in pursuit of ether and with the blight at their backs, the Northern Territories descended upon the Grand Duchy of Rosaria. And when the Shields of the Flame marched north to meet them, the Iron Kingdom spied an opportunity. A few short days later, the Crusaders landed on the island of Mount Justanus, home of Drake's Breath, and plucked it from the Duchy's grasp. Rosaria tried to reclaim it, of course, but to no avail. I doubt more than a handful of Duchy men have set foot on its shores in your lifetime. Nor are they like to again, under the Empire's stewardship, meaning the Ironblood will keep their island. And with it, the foothold they need to march on mainland soil when next they spy an opportunity. The Mother Crystal is both the object of the Ironblood's worship and their gateway to the continent, making Drostanus the holiest of holy grounds, from which the Orthodox Crusade shall one day sail forth to claim the remaining Mother Crystals, or die trying.
My father
وأنا بروح أفجرها.
and my grandfather both traded blows with the Ironblood for control of Drake's Breath Had things unfolded differently at Phoenix Gate, we would have sent our entire fleet against them.
But instead, they sent their fleet against Rosaria, sacked the capital, killed the men, and captured the women, including Jill. I'd say you'd be forgiven for wanting a little revenge, Clive.
My only aim is to destroy the Mother Crystal. But thank you all the same. Not much else to do here. Let's see if Jill's ready.
الله شكله حنبحر خلاص.
It will be over soon.
You ready?
يلا شيل عفش.
I think so.
Jill, when you told me you had to come to terms with your past, you weren't talking about destroying Drake's breath, were you?
No. I spoke of Imran, the leader of the Crystalline Orthodox, the man who made me do all those unspeakable things. I'm going to kill him. It's what I need to do to put the past behind me. What I need to move forward. And I know that I can do it.
أما كل واحد بيعترف بس كل واحد مستحمل الثاني.
Always.
قوي.
And I'll be beside you.
برسل لك كتابة هنا بترجمها لي.
We'll bring down the Mother Crystal together. All whilst it looks.
يا رب قبل ما يدخلني جيم.
We'll make him proud.
إيش مكتوب يا شيخ ما عرفت.
يقول الظهير اليمين واليسار أرجعوا بالهمة خلوا هذا ما يعرف يكتب يبغى واحد ياخذ راحته
كيف؟
خلوا مدري مين ياخذ راحته
الواحد ياخذ راحته الأظهرة طيارات ما في تمركز ما في شيء المشكلة قال لي من قهوي صح ما أدري هل مستواي تعبان ولا لأني طولت ما دخلت.
لعبت معه أصلا؟
إيه جالس ألعب معاهم.
إيه لعبت جيم؟
لعبت ارتكاز.
بعد الجيم قال لك صح؟
تأخرت أنا ما دخلت كنت على الجوال أطقطق أثرهم قد دخلوا كلهم باقي أنا وأرسل منقاوي صح بس ما أدري
قبل الجيم ولا بعد الجيم؟
بعد الجيم.
إيه مستواك يعني
غريبة ما أخذ على التقييم ونقطة الكام لا ما توقع.
The masters made me do it. When the Crusaders took to the seas
ما توقع إنه
to
بيقصدني
keep the fleet's movement
لأنه
from prying
قبل
eyes.
يومين مرسل لي في الخاص يقول لي والله إنك وحش والله إنك مدري.
I'm fine.
No, you're not.
أو شكلها بدأت تتحجر ولا؟
This may be the only chance I get to go back. My only chance to put things right. I have to do this. Whatever the cost.
All right.
بروكين رياض محرز وقع.
رياض محرز؟
ايه
والله يقولوا فيرمين بيوقع.
فيرمين الظاهر وقع.
باقي راموس محرز مدريتش استعبط سوق امه.
The Iron Kingdom's Mother Crystal.
بس الأكيد اللي وقع خلاص رسمي مندي. اوه هي الكريستالة دي كل بالي وقع. ايوه
Strong currents, sharp rocks, and ether floods. Let's not forget them. This island is a natural fortress.
But safety breeds complacency, allowing a single rowing boat to slip in unseen.
The sanctuary is inside the mountain. If we follow the old trail, we should be able to enter by the back gate.
Right. Let's go.
ايوه برضه كانوا يبغوا يجيبوه عندنا في الدوري لكن ميامي هذول ما ادري ايش
I always
وضعهم.
imagined
خربوا
when I came
الصفقات
here it
حقها.
would be to reclaim it.
It used to belong to Rosaria, didn't it?
Once, though it's been in the Ironblood's clutches for far too long.
As was I. For 13 years, this
اسمع
rock was
الموسيقى يا
my
ابويا
home.
حلوة.
I know its secrets only too well.
ايه
This path was abandoned after an ether flood. They don't guard it anymore.
The perfect little shortcut. They're all a Kashek.
The ether flood must have spread. It was never as bad as this before. And the only way past them is through them.
Was that an earthquake?
They happen all the time. That wasn't even a bad one. It's nothing to worry about.
ليش لازم طيب غريبة. باص ولا ميني باص؟ ميناتور خفيف الميناتور ذا. جيب رابط بس طيب.
ما يشوفوا قدام.
ثواني بس عندي مكالمة. ثواني بس اجيب طلب دقايق بس.
آه يهو ماني قادر اقطع كورة حتى.
باك
ويلكم. والله ما هذا.
ايش كنت ابغى اسوي؟ ايه صح، هذا كان عاشق. طيب ما انا شايفه شكله.
الله الاستحباب 69 عندنا.
يا ابطال وحوش. الله اسلم المونيتور.
هذا الهدف. قطعت مني قطعة غبية.
شكله بوس.
Look at this place. What a mess.
مساحة كبيرة بوس.
لا 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 يا أخي.
والله ما ودي اموت بس برضه عندي شغلانه. 5 دقائق وارجع.
لا لا لا
يا ابوي ايش اسوي؟ يلا تخوني.
والله طلع سجلت هدف خرافي.
الو
اقول لك سجلت هدف خرافي يا طلال.
بالله صوره عشان اشوفه.
صورته.
ايوه موربول كشكي. هذا موربول عادي لكن متأثر باللطيف. قوة كريستالات ما بطيء. أنا قاعد أنجلد من ذا. رد عليك اللحمة. لحظة هذه ديلو. جرودة ابو شكلك دقيقة بس. ايوه فيه قلتش هذا ولا ايش؟ مش ما يطيح. دمه طويل قوي يخلص. خلنا هي 3 مرات المعفن.
Press on.
Yes.
هذا المدخل الخلفي. اشرح لي قاعد القصة. اشرح من قاعد القصة ليش لا؟
هلا اخوي طلع.
هلا حبيبي.
هلا.
في واحد يقول لي اشرح لي من قاعد القصة.
We're inside the volcano.
والله بتجمل.
Get used to the heat, though I don't remember it being quite this hot.
حلو موسيقى.
Was that one cause for concern?
It was. And they're getting bigger. Something's wrong.
في شيء غلط في الزلزال ذا احس. عنده حساس تايتن موجود هنا. خلينا نشوف الابطالات اذا اطور شيء. عندي نقاط. اطور هذه. قاعدين يعطوني جرعات دم. واضح انه في شيء بيجلدني.
الظاهر يا طلال اني جبت العيد مع الفريق. طلبوني قال تعال مجموعة.
ليه؟
يهزئوني يا اخي. تعرف لعبنا انت تمشي مع الكام. التسبيح الاستاذ ما يمشي مع الكام. وانا نايم مع الكام واصل معاه لين منطقتهم ما خليت. الكام زعل وطلع. المشكلة فزنا 3-1.
ليش يزعل طيب؟
لأني داخل قدام معه، ما سبت الكام حقهم.
ما له داعي تطلع.
فارسلوني قال لا تقدم لا تقدم. بعدين الكام حقه صنع كورة تدري من فين؟ من منطقة مثلث البن، ضربت الدفاع كله.
يا اخي طش من السلمندر ذا، يخرب بيتك موت الله يقرفك. شوفه شكله مزعج. قايد؟
لا.
ايه صار؟
Fuck. Is there no other way across?
الماب هذا ذكرني بديمون سولز.
والله بصراحة بديت اتوتر. اوه ترتيبنا في الدوري السعودي الثالث.
واتساب
بعدين 5. بديت اتوتر من
الحين جاي حملني يرسل لك الرابط.
رابط
قلت له حملني يا ابوي خلينا نشارك في دوري.
ما ينفع. قصدك بتتطور؟ لا
بس حلو
الأندية ضعيفة
والله.
يعني يمكن 3 إلى 4 أندية قوية، الباقي كلها ضعيفة. مدري هي ضعيفة ولا احنا مستوى كويس.
اقصد يعني انه تلعب مباريات بشكل دوري كويس حلو. يلا استحملت قدرات شيفا.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله، الله يعطيكم العافية.
السلام. عندي خوينا في البث يقول اعطيت انت رابط غلط.
ها؟
اقول صاحبنا في البث يقول انه اعطيته انت رابط غلط حق واتساب.
لا معطيه صح. عرفت اللي هو امس.
والله ما اعرف، امس ما كنت انا موجود.
شوف يا طويل العمر، هو موجود الان؟
موجود.
تمام ممتاز. دش على اخر فيديو يا طويل العمر اللي هو فيديوهات، اللي هو حل مشكلة التقل داخل الجيم. آخر مقطع أنا منزل. لما تدشه شوف الوصف في رابط واتساب.
يا ابوي خش ارسل له تعليقات وخلاص. ايش الحركة الشغلانة دي كلها؟
ما أنا أمس أرسلت له شيء نفس الطريقة. أرسلت له أنا أمس نفس الطريقة. انت معصب عليك. انا عصبي، انا عصبي.
فاسق.
اي شاطر.
يقول لك تمام.
We aren't going this way.
Let's look for another path.
عاطر بزي.
Drake's breath.
We're nearly at the
طلال في واحد سأل يقول يا اخوي ابغاك تساعدني، انا ابغى العب روكلوب شخصين في جهاز واحد، يصير ولا؟ اذا يصير نزل شرح او اعطيني الرابط او طريقة. ما يصير.
I have absolutely no idea.
والله
ما يصير.
لا ما يصير.
ما يصير.
هذا المعفن ذا لا ما ادري ايش خرب بيته.
انا هو قاعد يقول لك بروكلا، هو سؤال بروكلا. لو اوف لاين ممكن يعني مثل الاول، ذكر ايام الستينات ممكن.
السبعينات.
اوه ايام الستينات. تتذكر ايام الستينات؟
اي طبعا.
اخوي انت اللي دشيت بالواتساب توك اف 15 شفته؟ ايه اتوقع ايه ايه
هذا جابته في الغابة كانوا.
But they never leave the lava.
If I didn't know better, I think this volcano was about to erupt.
Why attack us then? They're peaceful creatures.
Then this one must be the exception.
Good, I'll wager. That's better.
already. Nice try. Help me, boy. Nice try.
سحلية اللهب. حمني ابشرك. مت اليوم.
مبروك. ليه سمعتك وانا غافي، سمعتك تقول ان انا قاعد اقول انه ما مات ما شنو.
اتشتت انتباهي للحظة كذا.
تصير لحظة دام نقاوي وياك صح كان؟
لا ما كان اللي فتح الباب كذا قاعد يكلموني طلعت.
You heard.
Just hot. Thank you.
يعني انت الحين طول الحلقات كلها ما مت الا مرة ها؟ وبالغلط. يا اخي انت شرس.
Then we make for the sanctuary.
انت الالعاب هذه يعني ما تنفع وياك. هذه حق الجماهير بس. انت تبي شيء ليفل اعلى.
ايه لعب فروم سوفتوير نظام يعني.
انت المفروض 3 بوسات يطقونك.
تدري سويت هذه 5 بوسات.
والله
سويت افنيه 5 بوسات يا رجال، شيلهم واحد ورا الثاني، كل ما اقتل واحد يطلع لي واحد، كل ما اقتل واحد. اظن سويها عبود كمان.
لا انت ما ينفع معاك جرعة شافية. هذه لا ولا شيء، هذه ما ينفع. انت المفروض حلقة كاملة دمك ربع. ايش دعوة عليك؟ عاد في العاب ترى كذي يعني هم يحسبونها ما تكون اقوى كذي علشان لصالح العام، وفي العاب يخربونها بهالطريقة اصلا يكون فعلا سهلة يعني. أوه. هذا طلع من البركان مو حران هذا.
Jill, it can't be. It is, my lady. We cannot talk here. Come with me. I'm so glad you're safe.
And I you.
Why ever would you risk coming back? Are you a fool, girl? Or have you grown tired of your freedom already?
Forgive me, my lady. But I had to come back. There are things I left undone.
Tell me, where is the patriarch? this hour he'll be in the Comric, giving thanks.
You mean... Oh, fiend! Clive, we have to get to the sanctuary. Now. Lady Marley, you must flee this place, gather your things and go.
Now listen here, Jill.
We have company.
This way. Follow this passage. It leads straight to the Comric. Go on, stop dawdling.
Thank you. You were always so kind to me. My light in the darkness. Take care, my lady, please. You deserve better than this. A long and happy life, promise me.
I'll live if you promise to do the same.
Come on, Clive. We're nearly at the Comric.
All right.
شوف ألسنة اللهب، نبيع ألسنة اللهب.
Here's our welcoming party.
I've had enough of their hospitality.
موسيقى حلوة.
How many of them are there?
Too many.
Nice try.
الشيء الحلو انه يساعدوني هذولي اقوياء، راح اقتل الوحوش اللي هنا كلهم.
كم باص طقيت؟ هاي
اليوم والله يمكن 5 6 شيء زي كذا.
Clive, there's something I need you to know. I saw the Patriarch do things no one should have to see. And so I swore that he would die by my hand.
I understand. I faced my demons, then you must face yours.
We're nearly there. Just one last push.
I can't let it stop.
وصلنا.
Shiva's dominant. Come to beg forgiveness for your failure.
For years I followed your orders, fought your wars, all to protect the children you took, just as you took me. And what did you do in return?
Fiend. Their souls were sullied with the stain of ether. I merely cleansed them of their corruption. A penance paid, just as the Holy Mother wills it! Repent, abomination! For a monster like you to set foot in the Holy Cymrich is in itself a crime deserving of death.
You're right. I am a monster, and my soul is stained black. Though not by ether, but by the evil of men like you, who made me close my heart and drown in darkness when I should have raged against it. This is my penance. I will be your monster no more, nor will I suffer you to create another.
Does the beast bare its teeth at its master? Come then, dominant. Rage, be as you have ever been. A monster!
And what are you, Imran? I was forced to kill. You do it by choice. But never again. I bowed to you once. Now it is you who shall bow to me!
Kill them.
Now!
Right!
اوه موجود جاء.
ما انا شلت المجموعة ترى، انا شلت الميوت بس نقاول اذا
مين هذا؟
نقاول كاتب فك الميوت.
انا فاكر الميوت من اول عنه.
لا الميوت كاتب لك بالبث الميوت اخر ثانية ساعة.
تحولت صارت دومينيت شيفا، صارت شيفا. تعالى ايه ايه ايه
Please, just once.
She won't be able to hold that lava.
يلا شيفه اوكي. جمدي
All right. I won't take long.
ستة ثواني بس. هاي هذا كله لهب سائل. شيفا انزلي.
Jill!
I'm going to finish this, Clive. Here, use this.
الحين نكسرها ونفجرها. هي
Watching, Sid. We're one step closer to freedom.
The crystal. What did you do to it?
Oh, we destroyed it.
What? Monster! Monster! Do you have any idea what you have done?
I do, Father. I have killed the monster and become an outlaw. May the blessing of the crystals go with you.
It's over.
It is.
And Shiva exacted her price.
She did.
Again, the burden fell to you.
And I bore it willingly. This was a sin for which I had to atone. Now I can continue at your side with my head held high.
يا باي الزلزال ذا ما طبيعي، في شيء كل شوية زلزال.
Clive, look.
It's just like the one at Phoenix Gate. Damn it. We need to leave.
Agreed.
اوه واقف ورانا. لحظة، يكون هم اثنين مختلفين عن بعض. ها؟ لحسة مخ هذه. ليكون اللي يغطي وجههم اثنين مو واحد. والله لحسة مخي يا رجال.
فيك ايش فيك؟
اقول اللي مغطي راسه بيكون هم شخصين مو شخص واحد مغطين راسه.
ما شاء الله انت تطق بوس وتسولف.
خلصت من البوس.
عيل لحظة خلصت؟
ايوه شوف واحد ثاني، شوف اللي مغطي راسه واحد ثاني مو جوشوا. من الثاني؟
انا اطلع منه وردته مرة.
بيكون انا اللي الثاني.
يا معود لا يكون انت الثاني.
تخيل اثنين رجعوا في الزمن.
من هنا يا مولاي من هنا. مسافة طافني المقطع.
I have a tonic which will...
I thank you for your kindness, truly. But I assure you, I will survive. Please, save your medicines for those who need them most.
هذه شنها شو اسمه؟
If you're...
اللي مع البطل الآن.
لا هذا البنت اللي كانت في السوق قبل حق البث حق أمس اللي كانت تبيع أدوية.
شوف دام الولد كبر معناته ما مات.
يا ابويا شكله الاثنين راجعين في الزمن.
لا تقول.
Why now after 5 years of silence?
اوكي راجعين بالزمن. حتى لو راجعوا الزمن
معناته اللي مغطي راسه الثاني انا قاعد اتفرج على نفسي اللي في المستقبل قاعدة تتفرج على نفسي اللي في الماضي.
الله يسلمك يا اخي لا تقول شغلات ما افهمها.
شكله كذا يا رجال اثنين رجعوا الزمن. وشوف العلامة اللي في صدره هنا حبس التيما.
Look at them all. Like a river flowing to the sea.
Or moths to a flame, perhaps. The crystalline dominion their light in the darkness. More and more lose their homes to the blight and set out in search of sanctuary, while others lose their fortunes to the Dhalmekian levies and leave to find new livelihoods. What is it that you seek in the Dominion, Your Grace?
Oh, Dion Lesage.
You mean the Crown Prince of Sanbreque?
He has many titles. Dion the Bold, Prince of Dragoons, Odin's Nemesis, or simply Bahamut. I met him once when we were children. He was a chivalrous soul even then, and has served his empire indefatigably ever since.
And you are confident that he will listen to what you have to say?
Our world lurches ever closer to the abyss, and a hidden hand ushers us onward. Ultima's influence extends to every nation, Sanbreque included. If His Highness is the man I believe him to be, and I pray that he is, this truth will not have escaped his notice. As the mother crystals fall, the eternal flame wavers, and the azure sky begins to bruise. How lucky we were to be blessed by the crystals, and yet how spoiled. Like canaries in a gilded cage, growing fat on seed. But now, the bars are closing in, and we must take flight. Painful though it be to leave our home behind, it is what we must do to be free. Which is it that men cannot live without? A blessing that leads to damnation, or a freedom that leads to deprivation? I do not yet know the answer to that question. Do you, Clive?
Your Grace, let us find a place to rest a while. We can return by the Dhalmekian trail once you have recovered your strength. I realize your duty is pressing, but if your health should fail...
I know. Thank you, Yota.
army's attempt to breach the Empire's defenses and gain the Isles of Ark has failed yet again.
Only because your fleet has proved as impotent as a eunuch on laying night. Would you rather we simply fell back to the capital?
Enough, both of you. All here agree that the Empire cannot be allowed to maintain its illegitimate claim on the Dominion. However, our casualties mount with each passing day.
There is a literal sea twixt you and your prize. The armies of Sambrek need but sit back and watch as you harmlessly lap against their walls. They are dug in like ticks and seek to draw out this siege, knowing the capital's stores are nigh bottomless. And what of our wise rulers? Goaded into war without any thought as to what chaos it might reap. Republican soldiers starve while waiting for orders from Randalar.
If you would but take the field, their bellies would be full by nightfall.
If I take the field, so too will Bahamut, and our duel will shake the island to its foundations. Instead of liberating the Dominion, you would doom it to destruction. Unless that is what you desire.
If our learned advisor has a solution to propose, we should be glad to consider it.
اوه الملكة صح؟
Is that the Emperor's?
What is the meaning of this, Lord Kupka?
What it means is that I am disinclined to advise you any longer.
هذه منو؟
Faces when you walked through those doors.
وهذا ليش كله صواريخ وياه؟
Picture of stupefaction.
لاحظت؟
They could not believe their eyes. Though I confess, I had my own doubts whether or not you would accept my invitation. Such shocking news.
هذا يمكن أقوى dominant.
Sid isn't a son of a whore. He's the son of an empress. Your own.
يا لها من البساطة.
Absurd. Who fed you these lies? I have never spent a moment among criminals, save at the gallows. I came here with my son. Not to entertain your baseless accusations, but to put an end to the senseless hostilities between our nations.
Very well. You need only agree to the terms I set out. Sid took the life of someone dear to me, a woman by the name of Benedicta. I swore to take his in turn. This would not be disagreeable to you, I take it. You would finally be rid of the stain on your noble name. In return, I will leave Sanbrek in your capable hands. Your Imperial Majesty.
And all for the love of a common whore. Dominant or no, one cannot hide one's breeding. And beasts will ever belong with beasts. There are greater things in store for you, my darling Olivier. Soon enough, you shall be the crown prince of Sambrec. And when your father goes to meet Great Grieger, you shall be emperor of all you survey. The old order shall come tumbling down, and you will rebuild the world in your glorious image. Soon.
ايش مخطط هذا يا ابوي؟
She's been in there for hours. Something must be wrong.
ما بعد العاصفة. طيب نوقف البث هنا.
لا
نكمل بكرة إن شاء الله نفس الوقت.
الله يعطيك العافية.
على الساعة 3 تقريبا كذا
بكرة. ها؟
إيه بكرة إن شاء الله. شكرا لجميع من شاهد. لايك يا عيال وسبسكرايب. نشوفكم على خير. راح نسوي بث ثاني إن شاء الله يمكن على الساعة 9 تقريبا حق فيفا. يلا سلام.